Hello, this is Katie. Welcome back to my channel. We are doing an Easter card. We'll be using Fawn, Oliver Stitched ABCs, and then these two die sets, the eggs and the little bunny ears, I believe are from Poppy Stamps, but I cut off the front and it's their fault for not putting their company name on the front of things. It's very hard to find, but it's like Poppy Stamps or Memory Box or one of each. And then I'm using the Spiffy Speckles paper and my favorite things, stitched wonky stacks rectangles again, and then I'll be using my Teresa Collins Xyron Mega Runner gun. A couple videos ago I did a review on it if you want to go watch that down there. And so I'm just putting the just to cut out with my paper trimmer the purple Spiffy Speckles for the background, and then the biggest rectangle stitched wonky stacks on top of that, which is a little bit smaller than the card base for our background. And so I'm lining up which side of the stacks I need to cut and match up for the grass, because each side is different. And so it's not quite in the view, but you'll see it come out. I'm running the, I believe it's a Fawn grass die cut. And I cut green out of the stitched wonky stacks and then cut the grass out of that so that the border matches up when I put it down. And so I'm just going to use, I'm going to use my ATG gun because it's a little bit thinner. I got the Teresa Collins Mega Runner because my ATG gun, the tape thing has been sliding off and I was just annoyed. So I wanted to try a new tape gun. So I'm just matching that up along the bottom. And I only put some tape runner along the bottom of the grass on the back so that I can tuck in some of the eggs. I didn't want to fully glue it down. And then from this little birthday notes set that I got as a little freebie from Doodlebugs, Washington, when I placed an order, I'm stamping just the happy from Happy Birthday. I end up fixing this later because I'm just not happy with how inky it was. This is a new ink pad and I probably didn't need to press down as hard or as many times as I did. So I'll end up fixing that later. But I'm just going to glue down. I also cut out the word Easter from Spiffy Speckles in different colors. I'm going to put down the first one, and then like in my last video, I had mentioned I bought a T-square ruler to make sure that things like this are lined up. So I'm actually going to use it in this video. I didn't in the last one. This is a really good way to make sure that when you just have, die cuts, or usually it's letter die cuts, out in the open, that they look a little more lined up. And so I just cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 colors in this set. There's 2 blues. This one, the first blue is more of a bluey blue, and then the other one is kind of turquoisey. And then there's also yellow, so it was a good number of colors in the Spiffy Speckles set. It's a very Spiffy Speckles themed card. And then we want to pick some eggs to kind of hide in the grass. And so I picked a first one. This is just the paper pack. I bought probably 6 of these things, if not more, because I loved the paper. And I was using one for a card class, and so I needed to buy extra because I was using a lot of the yellow for a card in card class. But I usually end up, if I love one of the paper pads, I'll buy a bunch of them. So I accidentally grabbed the same exact pattern of egg. I was trying to make them different, but I wasn't paying attention, of blue. So I'm going to end up peeling that one up after I realize I grabbed a different purple. So I'm going to pick that one up because it wasn't stuck down quite yet. Pick a different pattern for that blue and put that one in its place. And then just trying to pick a different pattern. So because these die cuts, I left them all stuck together. I didn't cut them apart. It's the kind of little die set that I probably will never cut apart. So I cut several of these so I could make several of these cards, or several cards with a bunch of different types of eggs, just because it cuts, 6 at once. Or I think there was 8 different types. So I can kind of store these in a little baggie for later and make more cards. And I only had to cut, 6 times, and I get 8 eggs of each color. And then these little tiny bunny ears we're going to put onto the eggs. They're going to be little bunny eggs. And once I'm done gluing these down, I'm trying to kind of alternate the style of ear so the same ones aren't next to each other. I use a pink marker. I don't love how it looks, but it was also just too white for me, especially when there are imprints in the ear. It kind of embosses like the inside of an ear. It's only on the pink egg with the big set of ears where it embosses like an inside of the ear. I'm not sure if you can see that very well. And so I tried to find my lightest pink, and I don't even think I have the lightest pink Copic. I should try finding out which one that is and get that one, because I need a very light pink often. So I end up coloring with a pink, and I do a test on some of the extra ears. And it's just kind of hard to control the Copic in such a small area. It doesn't look awful, but it doesn't look great. By the time I'm done, I guess I would rather it have pink on it than nothing. And so here I'm stamping the happy again, trying to get a little thinner. And then I'm just gonna, so I was happy with that one, happy with that happy. Just gonna cut it out and paste it over. It gives it some more texture anyway, and then it looks a lot less like it bled out, basically. So I'm going to use my Jelly Roll pen first. I want to show you that this time. This is the number 10. It's a little bit thicker. The 8 is just too thin sometimes for what I'm doing. And I'm just adding white accents to the eggs, and then I'll go through and add them to the letters as well, just to give them some extra interest. And I'm turning the card all different sorts of ways because I'm trying not to smear the ones I've already done. And it makes it kind of hard, and I don't want to lose control of it. So then I'm going to look for a pink in front of me where my Copics are. And I end up grabbing 2 of them. One of them is just a little too like hot pink for me. I think this is RV10. And I think R20 is the second one I grab. And I go with that one just because it's more of like an inner ear pink, I guess. So then I do the middle ears first because they're the ones with the embossed area. So it kind of guides where I color. I'm also still trying not to smear the white pen that I already put down. And then just kind of filling in. The one with the little bent ear is a little harder, but I just kind of put whatever down. Not great at freehanding things, clearly. I was trying to see if I could leave it like that, but then I realized all of them kind of need pink or it didn't look right. So that is it for the card. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.